Hello and welcome to Strategy Battle Gamers to one of my hobby vlogs. It's GBHL Jamie, and today I'm going to be painting up my Arena Rex models. Now, if you're following us on Facebook, last week you'll notice that I sort of was up very late and got these guys base coated, and I spray painted him, used a spray can. For the rest of them I thought I'd try out something that I've seen Shadow and Flame do, and that's to use the Imperial Primer and put the paint on the model yourself. And I don't know if there's a noticeable difference. It's a shame I've started to paint him, but if you look at the areas of black on him, it's very, very dark and heavy. And on these guys, they're base coated, but it's much lighter. So maybe the colour will come through a bit better on that. So it'll be interesting to see what the difference is between these two. Like I see, I've started on Micon here because I wanted to paint the large areas of flesh, because I enjoy painting flesh. But we'll see how it goes. I'm quite looking forward to getting these guys done and trying out the game. It seems very sort of similar to Guild Ball in the style that your hits give you certain paths to go down. Ooh, sorry, a yawn snuck out there. And yeah, we'll come back when some more work's been done on Micon, or the rest of the guys have been touched up a little bit. See you soon. So I'm back after finishing off the first layer of skin and the first layer of washes on the skin, and as you can see on most of the models, that is a good chunk of them already painted up, it feels like. Next I think I'm gonna go on to the next layer of skin, so bring it up a level, do my next layer of foundation. It's the paint I use for the skin, then washed with Reichland, then I'll go back to another layer of Talon, wash again with Reichland, and then I believe I have some other paint which I have not brought out with me. I've forgotten what type of flesh it is next. I think it's tanned flesh next, and then another wash, and then elf flesh, a wash, and then elf flesh for extreme highlights if I feel any models need it, but very rarely go to that extreme. So I'll come back after I have done the next layer of Talon and the wash, and we'll see what improvements we can see. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I've done the next layer of Talon, about to put the next layer of Reichland flesh wash on. Hopefully you can see the difference from the previous clip, that they are starting to look a little bit more sort of highlighted in the skin and less as sort of a single colour, and that should be evident on all of the models, because most of it is skin, so I must spend a lot of time toning it up. This guy I'm quite intrigued to do. Let's see what we'll focus on him. This chest piece here. The story behind him is that obviously that he has been sort of magically brought back to life by some druid, and so this clump of green is meant to be like moss or stuff, and you can see it spreading out over his body. So I'm going to have to try and get that green at some point. I tended to use either a green wash, or, well, the intention for the main blob of it there is to paint that green and then maybe go with them with the very fine detail brush from Army Painter and do all those little veins on the end. Ooh, we've lost it. Come back. No. There we go. Do all those little veins as a very light green. But it's looking kind of cool. Oops, dropped him. The face sculpts on these models are fantastic. There's one I'm really impressed with. Where is he? Over here. Now, his face sculpt is incredible. I mean, it is partly down to the fact that these are bigger models than, you know, Lord of the Rings and Guild Ball, but it's quite refreshing to be able to paint something this big and see the detail clearly what you're painting. But that is that. I shall now wash them, and when I come back, they'll be dry, and I'll show you the difference then. So we'll see you in about, probably, well, immediately for you, about half an hour for me. And I'm back, and the wash has dried. So hopefully what you can see on the minis is the recesses are getting very dark and sort of the raised areas are remaining lighter. Next up, I'll be putting the tanned flesh on, another wash, and during the time of it drying I painted the bases black. I'll do another layer of that probably later on just to get them done, because I obviously didn't spray them so the bases didn't get painted. And on this guy I started to paint the sort of the green moss on him. You can see it there stretching out down a little bit. I decided that I would dry brush those sort of extra veins so that they get the green running along the outside, but not too overpowering. And we shall come back once I have done the tanned flesh. Okie doke, so the next layer, the tanned flesh, has gone on now. And see if we can bring this guy up so you can see the difference. Hopefully what you'll see is the tanned flesh is quite a similar colour to the ink Talon, so it takes away the stark sort of the high contrast that the Talon had against its double washed self. This will now get another wash so that the recesses go darker again, and after that it'll be, I had it out ready for the video, there it is, the elf flesh wash, so very very bright, then again big tub, wash back down, and if anywhere needs it, more elf flesh. But that will be it for the skin once that's done. So this is the third layer that's gone on now, and we'll put another wash on and we'll come back once the wash is dried and we'll see what difference it's made. Okay doke, so the ink is nearly dry on all the models now, and hopefully you can see that they are, I'm not sure if it's just the light that's showing it up as red on the camera, but in person they are much redder now since I've put the tan flesh on, as you'd expect from tan skin. And the wash has brought back the sort of the recesses, the six packs, the abs and everything, just there, make it a little bit more vivid. And they're looking pretty cool. I'm actually unsure now whether I'm going to put the elf flesh on, because I'm not sure if it's coming through on the camera, but they actually, I'm happy with how they look, or how the skin looks on these miniatures as it is. So I think I'm going to just leave it there, to be honest, rather than go the full stage up and go to this elf flesh. Yeah, so next up I'm going to be painting the cloth, and let's see, get them out into their ludices. I think that's right. These guys are going to be in blue. I have blue cloth, and these guys are going to have red cloth. So we'll come back once the blue is done. Okay guys, so we're back and I have done the first layer of blue on the cloth for these guys and red for these guys, and also the areas of skin that I did miss, such as the toes there, and also I think it's Banluka, the shoulders. They're going to get painted up, and then once it's all dried it'll get inked with blue, inked with red or black, and then I will highlight up. So we'll see you once that's done. And welcome back, and I think that's going to be it for this vlog today, guys. They have been washed and then colours been picked out again, so things are looking good on the progress levels for these. Pretty happy with how the models are turning out. Quick look at them. I'll probably continue on these throughout the week, and you'll see them finished in the next hobby vlog. I'm really happy with how the sort of the green fungus is coming out on his shoulder. If it wants to focus on him, no, yes, it's cool. Sorry guys, there was a knocking at the door there, I had to cut, and as I left, my lamp bulb was gone, sadly. So the end of this is going to end in darkness. But yeah, happy with how they're going, and we shall see an update on them next week. Sorry, frog in the throat. As ever guys, be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe, and support your Hobbit hosts by clicking the links below, and I'll see you again next